Potty training is a huge milestone and also one of the biggest challenges there is when parenting. Honestly, for me, next to sleep training, potty training is my least favorite thing to do as a parent. Despite its difficulty, it must be done, and so then you're left wondering, what method should I use? How do I go about this? There are a lot of different potty training methods, and so in this video today, we're going to go through the best ones so that you can decide what works best for you. But first, hello, my name is Valerie. I blog at babywisemom.com. I've been blogging there since the year 2007. I have 4 children who currently range in age from 13 to 20 years old. I love helping parents live parenthood. I love helping make your life easier. Let's make potty training as easy as possible for you. So first, let's just say there is not just one right way to potty train. This is not a moral activity. There's no wrong or right as a general statement. There is a best for your child and your family. And what worked well for one child might not work well for another child. So if you used one method with your oldest, that might not necessarily be what is best for your next child. So you just really want to find the approach that will work best for you, for your timeline, for your child's personality, and go from there. Let's break down 6 different potty training methods, starting with the most structured to the most casual. First up, potty training in a day. This is very structured, very focused. So this will often use like a doll. It's very one-on-one, very focused. Some pros are that it can be really fast and very efficient. Some cons are that it is not for the faint of heart. It's very intense and takes basically all of your time for a day or two. This will work for you if you have time to dedicate, time and energy, mental space to dedicate entire 2 days for sure to potty training your child. You're not doing anything else. You're not trying to do the dishes. There's nothing else you're trying to do besides potty training. It can work well for older toddlers who can communicate well. And if you have a younger child, it might not work as well. The next method is called the 3-day method. And in this method, you are home for 3 days, shocker, and your child goes underwear and pants free for 3 days while they learn to potty train. You take a lot of trips to the potty, you give a lot of praise, and you pay really close attention so that you get your child on that potty when they need to go. Some pros of this one is, again, a short timeline, and it works for a lot of people. Cons are the same as the first one. So instead of 1 or 2 days, you're looking at 3 days of that is your only thing on your to-do list. This will work well for you if you're the kind of person who just likes to dive in and get it all done in just a one chunk. And also you want to make sure your toddler is absolutely showing readiness signs. You don't want to dive all in if you're not quite sure your child is ready, because that's going to be a lot of pressure and could lead to a lot of frustration. So the next method is a child-led potty training. With this one, you wait for your child to initiate and to lead the way when it comes to potty training. So you're waiting for your child to say, hey, I don't want to wear diapers anymore. The pros are this is quite low pressure and you are going off of your child's timeline. Cons are this can take a lot longer to complete, and you might even find yourself starting and then stopping and then starting and then stopping. And also a con is your child might not ever ask. They might not know. So this is especially true with an oldest child. They might not be aware that children eventually stop wearing diapers. But this is best if you are a family that really likes to kind of let your kid lead the way, and also if you're in no rush to get potty training done. Next, let's talk about early potty training. This is when you introduce potty training well before the kind of current typical 2 to 3 year old age range. This can result in early potty use, so that's a pro. A con is that it can take longer because you're starting with a younger child. It just takes longer for them to physically be able to pull down their own pants and underwear, pull it back up, wash their hands, all those things. They need the physical skills to be able to do it independently. And so just cons are it can require your help longer. It also can take longer to complete the potty training process. And this is more of a parent-led, you are initiating it, you are starting it. This is a great method for families with a young toddler who is seeming interested and or ready. This can happen when it's not your oldest child and they want to be like their older brothers and or sisters. They want to be like them. They want to wear underwear just like them. They are done with diapers because that's for babies. Next is elimination communication. This is something that is done from infancy. So in this instance, the parents watch the baby's cues and try to get the baby on the toilet before they need to use the bathroom. Some pros are that from a very young age, you are teaching the baby to be aware of their bodily function cues and to follow those. Cons are that it's very time intensive and it requires a lot of focus from the parents on the infant at all times. So this is great if you are interested in doing this from a young baby age. So the sixth method is like a gradual method. With this method, you would slowly introduce the potty over time, gradually introducing it into life. Like you set it out and it's there, and then they can try it if they want to, but they don't have to if they don't want to. Like no stress. Like, oh, before you take a bath, do you want to sit on the potty and see if you can go potty? Oh, okay. You're just gradually introducing the concept. Some pros are this is low stress and this can work well with gentle parenting styles. Cons are that it can literally take months from when you start this to when you're out of diapers. This is best for children who seem to really resist pressure and or children who just need a lot of time to make big changes in life. Like it's just easier on them to take it slow. So those are 6 general methods, but I would be remiss to do this video and not talk about my 2 favorite methods. One is the oh crap potty training method. This is only one of my favorites because it is a reader absolute favorite. This method came out after I was done potty training my children, so I didn't ever use it, but it is super popular. It is super guided and super structured. It's broken down into blocks, like start with going bare bottom. You start with bare bottom, and then you move to putting on pants but no underwear, or a skirt but no underwear. And then you work on the skill of being able to use the bathroom when you're away from home. There's just these like steps, and the steps can be like step 1 is a day or step 1 is a week. So it gives you like this great outline, and it also gives you this flexibility of taking it as fast or slow as works for your child. I do have a blog post all about the oh crap potty training method, so if that is of interest to you, make sure you check that out on babywisemom.com. And then my favorite method, because it's the one I used, is just my method. So like I said, I don't love potty training, so I wanted it to be as fast as possible, but also low stress. I didn't want to take a month to get it done. I wanted to get done within a few days, but I did also want to be able to have like naps and some semblance of our structure and routine. We didn't have the exact same days. The main focus was the potty training, but that wasn't the only focus. You do need your child to be ready to potty train for this to be successful. So they need to be ready. And I adapted a lot of my policies with this from Potty Wise. So if you are interested in looking at that method, I do of course have a blog post all about that potty training method on my blog also. So you might be wondering, how do I choose what method I want to use? Here are some things to ask yourself. One is my child showing readiness signs? Because that should affect which method you choose, because some need the child to have readiness signs and some do not require that. So do not choose a method that requires readiness signs if your child is not showing any. Another is how much time can you commit right now? So ask yourself, how much time can I commit? Can I spend 2 days, 100% of my attention on this process, or do I need this to be a more slow and gradual thing? The next question is, how fast do I need to have this potty training done? You might want it done in a certain amount of time, but what is your need? Like, do you need it to be done over the weekend? Or is that more of just like, I would prefer it to be done over the weekend? Or, if you need it to be fast, then don't pick a method that takes a month. Pick a method that is fast. And then ask yourself, do I prefer a more fast-paced, like goal-oriented method? Or do I prefer a more slow-paced, casual method? And then also ask yourself, is my child easily frustrated by pressure? Some kids will respond well to the structured approach. Some will respond better to the go slow approach. Remember, there's not one right or wrong way. There's what works best for your child and for you and your circumstances. No matter which method you choose, remember potty training is a process, and a potty training is not linear. There will be accidents, and accidents are a normal part of potty training. It's just like when your child's learning to walk, they start to walk and then they fall and then they get up, and as they fall and get up, they strengthen muscles and they learn from their mistakes. So just expect there will be accidents. That is normal. What you need is to be consistent and to be patient. Support your child without applying pressure. If you start and it just isn't time, it's okay to stop and revisit it later. And of course, if you need more guidance, more help, more information on any of these methods, then be sure to head to babywisemom.com and search potty training, and you will find a lot of resources. As always, if you have questions, please drop them in the comments and I will answer. And thanks for watching and have a great day. And let me know in the comments which potty training method worked best for your child, or which potty training method do you think you will try with your child. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe for more great parenting tips.